Welcome to the stream. This is just gonna be a short stream. I'm just gonna chill for a bit, and then I have to leave again. But you know, might as well make a short one instead of none. But how's everyone doing today? Already touched grass today. Went a bit hiking. Was fun. Preferred food? None. Just absolutely none at all. But yeah, I think I might actually make another immortal dinosaur. Maybe a immortal trike. Which will take a lot longer to grow. But could be fun. I think I'll do that maybe tomorrow. Who knows? But yeah, it will be on EU4. Like, I want to have a difficult time growing that guy. I want to be in pain. Just be making lots of noise over here. Because the trike should be heard from the swamp. Would be interesting. But yeah, I'm just gonna chill. If you have any questions, just ask me. That's what this stream is all about today. Just chilling and answering questions. Just gonna relax. Gonna get myself some mud. Just gotta go over here. Da, 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 da. To the mud we go. Nice and slow. All the clouds are getting darker. It's probably gonna rain again. It's gonna be fun. Then the mud is gonna wash off. 501. Quickly put in the coordinates. 501 and 321. I gotta go a bit further in this direction towards the east. What? Why did you immediately delete the message, fish? Why? Ah, now you put in a question. Okay, do you think it's nice for fish to swim in the lake instead of just staying in one place? Do you mean like the school of fish? That they swim around in the lake instead of just sitting in one place? What you are asking right now? Cause it would be nice, but then we would have to make sure that, well, depends. They could technically also add them the same way that the elite fish are, that the small fish just swim around randomly. But even elite fish can get pretty difficult to spot when they are just somewhere on the shore, like right next to the shore. Like, imagine that, but with smaller fish. It would be a huge pain. I'm not sure anyone really wants that, to be honest. So in theory it would be cool, but in practice I think it would be more of a pain than anything else. That's at least my opinion on that. Yeah, I will just go over here. And that question should be answered now. And I will just change the thumbnail real quick. Edit the stream. Change the thumbnail. Here we go. And we got a new thumbnail. Do you have any other questions? There are no dumb questions. You can ask me personal questions, which some of them I might answer, some of them I might not. But just ask away. If you have any questions about the game mechanics, how to get certain mutations, just ask. I got like 30 minutes of time left till I have to leave again. I'll try to answer as much as I can. But hey, I have a zone now. I have preferred food. Yay. Maybe we're gonna make an immortal Hypsy instead. And just jump up the cliffs and stuff. I wouldn't really be immortal since even the Patera could kill it. Stego is a lot more versatile. Let's get some water. Let's just add this. Do I think that it's okay to add bears as food? Like just like rabbits and boars? Well, hawks. It could be fun. The question is, do we need more aggressive AI that will try to kill us? Like, also the thing is, it's I hear a lot of people talk about they want realism and stuff, but there were no bears back then. There were also no deers or rabbits back in that time. So, like, if you just want to have a fun game, well then don't play the Isle, but it's like, what kind of realism do they want? Because a bear would not be realistic, but also deer, goat, and stuff is also not realistic. Like, I just weren't there at that time. So just, eh. Like, since we don't really go for realism in the first place, I would say it would be, or could be neat. But if any of you want realism, then that should be a no-go. But yeah, it's kinda eh. There's just no realism at this point. Like, there are a bunch of things that are, you know, just a game, not a simulator. Like, for example, how quickly you lose food, how much you have to eat and stuff. That is how quick the days pass by. All of that is obviously not realistic. Question is, to what point do you want to go when it comes to realism? And how important is the fun? So I don't really have a good answer for that. I don't have a good answer at all. And there's a new question. Let's see. Do I think it would be okay if humans could use guns? Or is it that too OP? How about just flashlight that can blind for a few seconds? And a spear that's hard to aim? Uh, that's a difficult question. Because on one hand, I think it would be pretty neat. Since this game is very much trying to pretend that it's similar to Jurassic Park. And, you know, like a failed experiment, like lore-wise. So, it kinda makes sense that there are humans with guns. The only question is, does it ruin the fun? Since most players would play the Isle want to play a dino game and not a dino game where you get hunted down by humans. Yeah, crazy cat. That is the case. uh, but yeah, like, I think it should be the way it is right now, where you can play humans that have guns, but only on servers where it is explicitly turned on. But it's still an option to turn off humans. Like on my server, I will probably also have humans on. Maybe I will even make a manhunt as a human. uh, but in general, I wouldn't want humans to be on, like, for example, the official servers. I would not want to be there whatsoever. How long I played VL before making content? That is an excellent question. Only a few hours, I think. Like, at max 10 hours before I started making content. Like, and the thing is, the first few, I had, like, I think 10 videos, you know, where I stream and just don't make it public, that I had to delete. And you know why I had to delete it? Because my in-game name was my full name. Like, first and last name. And I just realized it after, like, the 10th or 11th video that I made. I was like, oh god, I can't publish those. My name is everywhere. So I just I just deleted all of them. Like, I think it was like 20 hours of content just wiped. So yeah, and even after that, like, I can show it, but back here, let me just show that. This over here, back when I made videos and was actually already live, this said my full name. Instead of Stupsy Lizard, that was my full legal name. So I had to delete a bunch of streams where that was visible. So, like, so if you ever make content, especially live streams, check everything. Like, I just completely made all of these stuff. Like, I had to log out of everything and change my name to Stupsi Lizard. Like for the PC, for my Microsoft konto, like everything. Yeah. But yeah, I deleted a lot of content. Like so much. Such a waste. But yeah, I probably deleted like at the peak, I probably deleted like 100 hours of content. Like not even kidding. Like so much content lost. It is incredible. Like I've I've on stream leaked my name so many times, but I've deleted every single stream where I did that. Every single one of those streams has been deleted. But there was so many leaks. It was incredible. It was absolutely horrendous. But yeah. Yeah, Crazy Cat, be careful. If you ever make content, make sure that's not the case. He's not good. He's not good at all. Ah, so yeah, it's just a whoopsie daisy kind of thing. Like, whoops, I just leaked my name. Whoopsie. Aren't I a professional streamer over here? Leaking my name left and right. Uh, but it's fine. Probably. I think I got all the leaks under control. The... Like, at least one leak that I made was with a false name. Because I have, I think, 12 emails right now. And, like, I have a bunch of fake names. Like, I got one name that is, I think it's Michael Brown, which is just a fake name and a fake email. But I just use it for stuff. So that if something gets leaked, it will be difficult to tell which one is my actual name and which one is just a fake. That is pretty nice. Very useful. About Herrera. Oh, by the way, if you want to ask me questions, put it into the question tab. Like, please. But yeah, Herrera can be fun, but I don't play it too often. But hey, if you vote for it, then I will probably, play it. But yeah. I don't do it too much. So many things that I would want to eat, but too far away, and I'm gonna stay on this island. Like, this island is only really fun if there are a lot of people around, but I don't think anyone else wants to go here, to be honest. Seems unlikely. I think it would be neat fish, but just kinda. I don't think a lot of people would play it. Like, it would be pretty neat. Like, I would probably like it, but most players would be uninterested because it doesn't do damage and can't be used to attack others. Why will you never ask the use the question thing to ask questions, crazy cat? Like, a question log has a limit? Like, yeah, but also messages also have a limit for how much you can put in. There's always a limit. I'm gonna turn on night vision real quick. But yeah, I hope the manhunt is gonna go well. Do any of you want to hunt me down, or are you all just going to watch? Because currently I have one person protecting me and 3 people watching me. I think the last stream there were a few people that wanted to hunt me, but I never know if they will actually show up. I just never know. Nice and relaxed. By the way, I might make. Oh, you crazy cat made a question. But by the way, I will probably make a dinosaur horror game stream again in a few hours, before the manhunt. But I can't guarantee it yet. Just might happen depending on how things go today. But let's see what you asked. It's put. Oh, sit down. Sit down. Let's just over here select question. So, why do you usually go live instead of posting videos? Is it just easier that way? Yes, mostly that. I am too lazy to make edits. Like, I do sometimes cut videos and stuff like that. But also, if you looked at the playlist where all of these streams are in, it's a realistic experience of the Isle. I don't like the videos where it's just one hunt after the other, pretending that the Isle is just mostly hunting, 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 but it's a lot of just sitting around and not really doing much. And yeah, if you want action, I have a very small amount of videos where I edited things. But yeah, like once I make money or something, maybe I will start editing, but probably not anytime soon. I will just sit back, relax, and stream. But yeah, it's just easier to just stream. Obviously, I could, leak my name and stuff, so I have to be careful. But other than that, it's just easier. It is just easier. But the thing is, I got, let's see, like I got roughly 800 hours of content, which I could theoretically edit. I'm just so lazy. Like I get a few things that I will probably make videos for, or out of. Like for example, when I died due to the Zera and due to the Zeras that were cheating and stuff like that. When I grabbed the Kano, make that into a short. But I'm not in the mood for editing right now. Let's go for the next question. What made you think of naming your channel Stupsi Lizard? Do you have a lizard? Uh, if you look at the thumbnail, at the profile picture, you can see my lizard that is called Stupsi. That is the origin of the name. That is all it's about. It's just Stupsi. Stupsi lizard, my lizard that is called Stupsi. That's all it's about. Ah, and there's another question. Select question. What is my favorite and least favorite creature to play on the Isle? Oh, I have to think there. Because it really depends on the situation and the server. But like in general, I have two favorites, which are Gully and Patera. If I had to choose one of them, then I would. It's a hard decision. Uh, but I would probably go Gully, since as a Patera it can sometimes be difficult to find food when the fish just don't spawn. But Gully can always find food, so it's probably gonna be Gully. And my least favorite, I think it might be Omni. I just really don't like playing as an Omni. That's probably my least favorite. I know a lot of people like Omni, but I just don't. Like I like Trodon, Pachi, even Maya, but like Omni just not my thing. Not my thing at all. I do not like it. Just sit and relax. Have any more questions? There is another question. Do I have any idols? A person that creates the same content that I do? And that I look up to? Not really. I don't really watch a lot of VL content. Like, we're definitely people that I look up to in terms of combat skill, but I also know that I'm too lazy, at least currently, to learn that. But yeah, no, I don't really have an idol. What? No, I want to eat grass. Eh. Like the only YouTuber or content creator that I ever looked up to, which I got really depressed by, is Technoblade. Remember the good old days of a potato war, Minecraft championships, Minecraft Mondays. That was a great time. May he rest in peace. But yeah, other than techno, I don't think I ever had anyone like that. And I also fondly remember defending Techno's memorial with a German alliance back in r/place. That was fun. When the Turkish people attacked Technoblade's memorial, we just crushed them. That was fun. I still watch his content from time to time. You know, since he made all of his videos public. And yeah. That was a good time. And another question. Let's see. Do I have any game that I play or I'm interested in playing, but you have thought about making content for? I do have a few games. The thing is, some content just doesn't stick. Like some people just don't like certain games that I play. Like I could go back and open Steam real quick and go to the library. But like for example, I like playing Ifamancer, and I do stream it, but I get like what 10 views on the stream. Like that's just not really worth it. Like this channel will be mostly focused on dinosaur games, since that's what the audience is right now. Like I also like playing cave crawlers with Kaya, for example, but even that doesn't really get a whole lot of views. But maybe I'll play some cave crawlers again. But yeah, just not a lot of games. Like for example, I really like Wolf Quest, especially because of their scent system, where you can smell other wolves and deer and stuff in the distance. But it also, depends on which direction the wind is coming from and all that stuff. It's just really neat, but it just doesn't get views. Like barely anyone watches it. So it just it's just kinda dead. Same goes with BeamNG. Just driving in BeamNG just doesn't really make a lot of content. Like if you want to make BeamNG content, you have to make something relatively grand, or de-racing and stuff like that. Barely anyone wants to see just normal driving. People just aren't interested. Gotta get some water. Let me just make another question. Let's check it out. Select question. What made me want to create content in the first place? Gotta think. I think just because I like it. I like making content. You know, you meet people that you can play with, like Alex, for example. You may find Kaya. So it's just a great way to meet people that also play the game. And also because there's in my opinion, quite a lack of realistic content that isn't just the highlights. And I also had some decently fresh ideas for the Isle. Like for example the manhunts. As far as I know, there are no other manhunts on the Isle. Like actually I never checked that. Let me just check that before I'm just completely talking garbage. I just checked that before I am completely wrong. But let me just back down. Nope. No manhunts. There are like hunts and stuff. And that's also something that like YouTube recommendations are just weird sometimes. Like let me just go to a channel where I don't have any history on. Let's just go there. The Isle Manhunt. I mean, that is something that I find quite weird with YouTube recommendations. Like, you search for the Isle Manhunt, and not a single manhunt video shows up. Like, nothing. Only okay, one of my streams has just shown up, but like the vast majority is like stego content, Herrera content, but like just no manhunts. I don't get it, YouTube. Your recommendations are garbage. Simply put. Like, why do I even search something if you don't give me the result anyway? Okay, another question. Let me just select question. What are my opinions on snakes? Did I ever think about getting a snake before you got your lizard? Fun fact. I do have a snake. Quick fun fact about that. Yeah, it's a decently small snake. Like I think it's think 2 meters, so like 6.5 feet, 7 feet roughly. But yeah, it's not my snake, but it's still in here, and it's pretty neat. But it only eats dead mice, not ones that are alive. So there's no squeaking every time you feed them. And originally, I wanted to get a leopard lizard, leopard gecko. But after doing some more research, I just really didn't want to get one. Because basically, like, except for a few, most of them are overbred, have pretty much dysfunctional bodies and immune system. Because people want to have, oh yeah, I want to have a pink one with green stripes, and oh, I want yellow as well, and the leopard. Like, it is horrendous. And unlike dogs, it is even less regulated how you can breed a lizard. So there's just so much horrendous stuff I just don't want to support whatsoever. So I just went with a not specially bred Australian dwarf bearded lizard, which just lives pretty much exactly like it lives in my terrarium. That's pretty much the same as it would be in the Australian outback. So yeah, I just don't really like the whole breeding something that is alive and has, as we can very much see, feeling the ability to feel pain, and then just go, oh yes, let's breed it so much that it can barely breathe because it looks cool. Like for example with French bulldogs, I think that's what it's called. Like they just can barely breathe. It just not something I want to support at all. I would definitely define that as animal cruelty, but it's just accepted animal cruelty. That's just what it is, in my opinion. I will probably not make it since it is not my snake. It just lives here right now. And the person that owns this will probably take it with them soon, hopefully. So I won't make content on it, but it's a fully grown corn nutter. Let me just get you a picture of that. Here it is. But it's a brown specimen, not a orange one. But yeah, they get up to 2.1 meters. And mine is like it's at mine, but it's at around 2 meters. It's pretty neat. But yeah, I will not be making content for it. Like I might make some content on my lizard, but probably not. Probably not. And Crazy Cat, since you are playing Wolf Quest, what are your feelings about the destruction of the old version of Wolf Quest? And the fact that wolf skins and stuff now cost absurd, like absolutely ridiculous amounts of money, considering that it was all free in the past. What are your thoughts on that? Oh, my mud is gone. My poor mud. It's gone. Gotta wait. Relax. But yeah, I think I'll have to leave soon. All this rain. Just gonna relax. Eat some grass. Did I just get rid of a question of you? Am I actually answering it? I don't know if I just clicked the wrong thing. Not sure. Not sure. Crazy Cat, if you asked a question after one of what type of snake it is, and I'm sorry because I think I might have just deleted the question. Oopsie. Maybe I just imagined it. Don't know. I'm just gonna chill over here. Now it's nice and quiet. But you can't see anything, so we'll go back up. Now it's loud. And sit and wait. Gonna get myself some mud again. But I don't get a sunburn. Would be neat if they added the ability to get a sunburn. I know that if you stay in the sun, in the open for too long, without mud or shade, you will get a sunburn. Or that you can overheat or something like that. Those animals can overheat. Even desert animals, like lizards and stuff. Like lizards have everywhere basically. But even like most animals can die from a heat stroke. Be a cool mechanic. Wonder if Dondi is ever gonna reintroduce us to the monorail that was here before. That would be neat. That's the question, let's just go to there. Select question. Is there anything I would like to change? Is there anything you would do to change the isle if you could? Not including creatures or abilities that have not been released yet. Oh, something. There is a certain something that I would change. A certain wording, because in the game, if you are herbivore, you can get the mutation that says you get water when eating plants. But it isn't actually when you get plants, but when you eat food that is on diet. Not food in general, not plants, just fruits and stuff. Which is just false advertising. Like, either they should change what it says, because grass is, I don't know if you knew this, but grass is a plant. Or they just, make it so that grass, as a plant, as it says, gives water when you eat it. But yeah, that's like the main thing that I would be angry about, that I'm still angry about. That they're like, oh yes, if you eat a plant, you get a bit of water back, but it's only plants like it can only be these types of plants. But it can't be grass, which is bullshit. Simply put, bullshit. So, yeah, that's the main thing that would change firsthand. And one other thing is just optimization. There are so many things you could do for optimization. Like, for example, the entirety, or like I think roughly 80% of all bushes in the what's it called? And the savannah are rendered at all times. It doesn't matter what distance you're away. It doesn't matter what settings you're running. They are just always rendered. Which is idiotic. Just absolutely mind-numbingly stupid. And I don't get it. Like, and we said just the obvious, anyone can tell there's an issue kind of thing. That does not include all the other issues. But, yeah. There are so many issues when it comes to optimization. It is scary how much incompetence is in the code and in the game design. Like, it's just frustrating for me. Very much frustrating. That is just such an annoying thing in my opinion. I know optimization is pretty much dead, but like, come on. Like, like, I know it's still, like, still being developed, but like, come on. There are so many things. Like, the thing is, Unreal Engine 5 really struggles with grass and plants when it comes to performance. It's just something that the game engine is not really good at. And what do they use for a game full of plants? Unreal Engine 5. Why? There are so many better engines that can handle way more plants, way more efficiently. But they're like, yes, Unreal Engine 5, the future. Like, ah. I'm just struggling because of that. I'm just mad. I am just very mad about that. Like, I'm not an expert on optimization by any means. But even I can see the very much lack of optimization. But just, oh yes, activate this feature. Like, for example, the global illumination that the game uses. Like, there's so many issues. Like, for example, that still, after all this time developing the game, so many things are just not being reflected. Like, for example, some of the, what's it called? God. Some of the terrain, like, the ground, is just not being reflected in, reflections. So when you turn it on, there's just sometimes these giant gaping holes because it's just not being reflected whatsoever. And I'm like, why? And it just makes me mad. There's so many things. Like, and there are so many ways to make efficient reflections that don't need ray tracing or global illumination. But that takes time and effort and I am just mad. And I also really don't like the fact that it's just like it's an either on or off. But global illumination and like most implementations of global illumination and ray tracing, there are many, many different stages with different, cost, FPS compared to like performance to what it looks like, performance to beauty. But they just go either on or off, and just let me just go somewhere real quick where I can rant a bit better. Let me just go to where palm trees are. Let's just go to settings. Let's put the FPS cap off. I get 60 FPS roughly. Let's go to Epic Shadows. Still 55, 56. And now we go over here and still 55, 56. And at least I can't without a restart. Let's go for this. Like this, this obviously, has an impact because, lower rendering resolution. And hey, look how stable the frame rate is. But only because of, on an island where nothing gets rendered. Let's go Lumen. Okay. Lumen is broken again. Very nice. That's also an issue that I'm having. Like, sometimes the game is like, yeah, no, I'm broken. I'm broken again. And like, I uninstall it. I uninstall all game files, all configurations, and just like, whoops. It's just broken. Like, I don't know what the issue is in some instances. I'm gonna go back to, I went back to 30. That is to medium, this to low. I can keep this up right now. Yeah, also something that I really don't like is the 3D clouds, which just look, in my opinion, terrible. Like, we can go for volumetric, and over time they will appear, and they just look so hideous, in my opinion. Let's go for the next question here, which is, what is one of your worst or best experiences in VL, if you have one? Oh, I have a bunch. Best experiences was, just meeting friendly players and just hanging out with them. These are probably my best experiences. And my worst experiences are usually also player related. where it's just, you know, they are either pretending to be friendly and then kill you. You know, all the hackers, like I lost Ceras, Trikes, Stegos, Dinos, all to hackers and cheaters, like one-shotting me when they're a baby. Like, it's just horrendous, in my opinion. It is absolutely horrendous. The FPS is 30, like... Also, in another thing that I don't really get often with this game is just that sometimes the FPS go down, but I don't know why. Like, whatsoever. Like, there is no change in visuals, and my GPU just says, yes, 100% utilization. Or other times where the FPS dropped to like 9 FPS, and my CPU is not limited, my GPU is not limited, my SSD is not limited, my RAM is not limited in any way, and it's just crapping the bed. And I have no clue why. It's just like, why? Why are you like this? Yeah, there are just so many things that I don't like. Thing is, I was supposed to meet people and go somewhere 40 minutes ago, and they're just not showing up. Yeah, I guess this is gonna be a longer stream than expected. But I don't mind. Another question. Like, question. What is my opinion on the current AI? You think they should add any new ones, make them more plentiful, or do you have any ideas of AI you might want to add? Oh, I would want to remove AI. Like, especially since people are always like, oh yeah, realism, realism, realism. But when they have a boar, a chicken, a deer, a goat, I'm like, what realism? We're not in the year 2000. Like, this is supposed to be a dino game, right? Or are they just livestock that somehow escaped and is somehow able to survive on the island. I would like it a lot more if there were smaller animals, like the chompies and stuff. That is what I would like a lot more if there were more smaller herbivores and stuff that are AI, but you know, not a deer, not a modern day deer or goat. And I'm playing as a as a trike. I want to see a goat walk past me like, ah, yes. It just nah. Just nah. Like, obviously, if I want to make it so that, like, this was the food that was released to feed the omnis and stuff, then I guess it could make sense. Like, in Jurassic Park, you also didn't feed dinosaurs with other dinosaurs. You fed dinosaurs with modern animals. Like, for example, the Mosasaurus was also fed with sharks, modern day sharks in Jurassic Park. Like, that's just how it is, I guess. But I'm just not sure. I am not sure. I would like it if it was only dinosaurs, but since Dondi wants to make it a hunting game where he can hunt us down as a human, I just I don't know anymore. I don't know what's good, what's bad, what's horrible. I'm just not sure. Oh, there's more questions. Let's see. Do I have any opinions on more diverse aquatic AI? Oh yes, I want AI in the saltwater. I don't just want turtles. I want marine life. That is, especially with the ability to, drink salt water. Like, even if it was just a single small mosasaurus that if you travel to mudflats might snatch you up or something. That would be so much fun. Especially if they made it like really unlikely that you will find it. And so it will at first be like a myth that there's a mosasaurus AI that will eat you. Like, oh, it would be so awesome. That's something I would want. That's definitely something that I would want. Imagine a mosasaurus just snaps you away. Just nom. All your work gone. and like it only hunts you down if you're in open water. Like I'm just gonna show it again. Let me just put the map over here. Do this. Basically, if you swim from here to mudflats, like over here it can't get you, but if you were to swim this route, then it can get you like around here in the deep ocean. That would be so cool. Like imagine that. Just numb. Gone. That would be so cool. That would be pretty awesome. But I don't think they will add it like ever. But it would still be cool. So cool indeed. In my opinion at least. I would love that. It would be a huge pain, but I would still love it. I would still love it. Oh, and I'll need night vision. Let me just get that night vision here. But yeah, I think I will be ending the stream here. I'm just gonna eat the grass. And then I'm gonna log off because I think the people that I'm supposed to meet have just arrived. 50 minutes late. But yeah. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Please consider to like and subscribe. I will now end the Q&A. Close question and then also end the Q&A. Confirm it. So yeah, I will see you in the manhunt probably. Maybe in a stream before then. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Bye bye.